At the edge of the Arizona Territory, where the dust never truly settled and the sun burned the earth into cracked clay, lived a poor rancher named Samuel Briggs, a man whose entire world consisted of a rundown cabin, a few starving cattle, and a heart far richer than his pockets could ever be. Folks in the nearest town called him foolish for it, claiming kindness had no place in the Wild West where bullets solved arguments and generosity only invited trouble. But Sam believed the land had enough cruelty without him adding more, so he held on to hope even when his stomach grumbled and the bank threatened to take what little he owned. And one scorching afternoon, when the horizon shimmered like molten silver, that belief was put to the ultimate test as Sam discovered a wounded Apache boy collapsed near his corral, arrows embedded in his back, barely breathing, his horse dead beside him. And though any other rancher would have left the boy to die or worse, turned him in for bounty, Sam acted without hesitation, dragging the fragile body inside, cleaning the wounds with trembling hands, risking his own life if the U.S. cavalry or Apache warriors found out. But something in the boy's eyes reminded him of his own son lost to fever years ago, a grief that never stopped aching. And through the night, Sam fought to keep the boy alive, whispering prayers he hadn't spoken since that tragedy, feeding him water drop by drop, until finally the boy whispered his name, Nantan, before drifting back into sleep. And as dawn rose the next day, Sam's world changed forever when the ground began to tremble with the thunder of hooves, dust clouds rising like storms, dogs barking in terror, cattle scattering, and Sam stepped outside expecting outlaws or cavalry, but instead watched in disbelief as over 1,000 Apache warriors emerged from the morning haze, painted and armed, encircling his ranch in complete silence. Their leader, a tall, fierce man with hawk-like eyes, dismounted and approached with the calm of a man who controlled life and death, stopping mere inches from Sam, who could barely breathe, knowing a single command would end him. Yet instead the chief spoke with surprising softness. "You sheltered our blood," he said, explaining that scouts had followed the wounded boy and seen Sam care for him instead of letting him die, a gesture so rare among settlers that the entire tribe rode to his ranch to repay the debt. And while every instinct told Sam to fear, he saw gratitude rather than hostility. And when Nantan was carried out alive, smiling weakly, the warriors began placing food, blankets, and handcrafted weapons before Sam's door, gifts worth more than his ranch 10 times over. But Sam refused payment, saying kindness should not be sold, a statement that shocked even the chief, who declared that Sam would forever be under Apache protection, a promise no gold could buy. Yet as the tribe prepared to leave, scouts reported a cavalry unit approaching, hunting the boy, and in an instant the peaceful moment turned tense. Warriors mounting up, arrows drawn, Sam torn between sides, knowing any battle on his land would destroy everything. And with shaking voice, he begged both groups to avoid bloodshed. But the West was not known for mercy, and as distant riders appeared over the ridge, rifles gleaming in the sun, Sam realized this was only the beginning of a storm that would reshape his fate. His ranch and the fragile balance between settlers and Apache. And if you want to know what happened when the cavalry reached the ranch at dawn, when loyalty, bravery, and tragedy collided in the dust, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss Chapter 2, because the next part will leave you breathless, and you won't want to be the one hearing about it later.